Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today we are going to play with our Multiverse character. And also, I probably showed it a bit, but well, just let me finish setting up things on my end, and we'll talk a bit more. So as you can see, I got the awesome Kryptonite Aura. I was somewhat fortunate. I was able to buy it for about 16 millions on the broker. I know that 16 millions may seem like a lot of money, but compared to how at some point the aura was like 100 million, 16 million was a pretty darn decent deal. Let's go take a look at how much it is right now. As I often mention, the prices on the broker changes all the time. So right now the Kryptonite aura could be more expensive, like expensive. Let's find out. Sadly, I've been spending a lot of money on the broker. Right now it's about 19 millions, so that's not too bad. And you can see like the Ultra Kryptonian Cape is about 50 millions. I remember I paid twice as much for the Ultra Kryptonian Cape, but you usually with the broker, what you try to do is that you try to get the best possible deal you can at a specific time. So at the time when I purchased the Ultra Kryptonian Cape, the cape was between 100 and 150 million. So I waited for it to be. Actually, I bought it for like 99 millions, and so I had to go to the broker as often as I could, gather my cash slowly but surely, and eventually I was able to purchase the Ultra Kryptonian Cape. And the same with the Kryptonian Aura. For a while, the Kryptonian Aura was pretty pricey. At some point, the price went down quite a bit, but now with the thanks to the mega capsules, the price did go down quite a bit more. There's also a few other auras, like there's the Scorching Aura. If you ever get a Scorching Aura, I will make a video or two just about the Scorching Aura. But if you do get the Scorching Aura, it's the most valuable of the new auras right now. At the cheapest, it's 20 millions. And you can see at some point people were asking for like 30 millions. And just during the weekend, as soon as the aura would be 20 millions on the broker, someone would snatch it up, and either they were using it or they would put it back on sale on the broker for like 30 millions. So during the weekend, 30 millions was actually the price that the 29 30 millions was pretty much the price the Scorching Aura was during the weekend. But as you can see right now, 20 millions seems to be the asking price. There's a few conspiracy theories why the price was so high this weekend. Oh, hi guys. I'm not sure why somehow I don't see your comments. Oh, I don't see your comments anymore. I'm so sad. I guess I'm gonna change my settings a bit. I'll be back in half a second. Maybe. I'll change that some other time, I suppose. Unless. There we go. Usually, I would try to have the comments in the videos in the past so that you guys could understand what I was telling to people. But I guess right now you're gonna have to look at the comments on YouTube because it doesn't seem to show on PlayStation anymore. I'm so sad. So let me go back a bit to look at some of the comments. Hello King, hello Joe, hello Solve Guy, hello Costas. Oh Costas, you're finally 186. That's good. Well, you were right, Joe. I came online right now. I usually try to go online at 5 p.m. For the live stream. Doesn't always work that way, but I usually try to do that. I'm fine, Salt Guy. How are you? It's all right, Eric. Sometimes a break is needed. It happens. New content will be I think this Friday if I'm not mistaken. So Friday you should have some new content, Eric, to play. Yeah, the chat isn't appearing on the screen, so I guess there's no point in having the chat on the screen anymore. I'll have to do a few tests, I suppose. I'm not sure why it did that. I understand, Eric. The Earth 3. We have everyone understands that the Earth 3 has been on this universe online since November. There were a few things in between, like we had the winter seasonal, we had the anniversary seasonal, we had the St. Patrick seasonal just now. So there were a few seasonal that extended maybe the life of the Earth 3 DLC. But now we're going to have the Deluge DLC like this Friday, if I'm not mistaken. So we should be able to get some new content pretty soon. I'm pretty sure it's the 29th. I could be mistaken though, but I think it's going to be should be Friday if all goes well. Glad for you, Grady. So basically, as you guys can see, I got the awesome Kryptonian aura, and also another aura that I got was the awesome Scorching aura. I may have shown it maybe last Friday. I got or last Thursday, I forget. I got this one pretty early on. Basically, what I did, I bought it on the broker for around 20 millions, which was the low price at the time. So as soon as I saw it at 20 millions, I bought it right away. And then I saw the price during the weekend go up to 30 millions, and right now it seems to be back at 20 millions. There's the Arctic aura that I kind of regret. I saw it at 2.2 millions at some point, and I didn't buy it right away. I thought that, oh, I'll wait a bit. Also, I was a bit broke, like I had spent a little too much money on the broker. So 2.2 million was almost all the cash I had at the time. So I thought I'll wait a bit more and I'll try to purchase a bit later. Right now, it was like 4 million just a few minutes ago, and now you can see that the cheapest one is 5.1 million. So if we're lucky and wait a bit, maybe there'll be a cheaper version that will be on sale, but maybe not. Hello, Flash Kid. A Deluge is coming out Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Although I didn't check the announcement section if there was maybe there's some delays, maybe the tests because the game is on the test. The Deluge DLC is on the test server right now. As far as I know, there isn't any huge major problem on the test server, so they should be able to produce the content on time as scheduled. But you never know. Am I Bruce Wayne? Maybe because of the penthouse. Yeah, I could see that. So I purchased a few of the new auras. I'll try to make a video specifically about that. But as you can see, I have quite a few. I have a video that I'm working on for the fire aura. I also have a Batman video that I've been working on for like forever, and I somehow didn't do it. Oh well. So let's see what missions we can play today. There's a few things I didn't do in quite some time. Let's go do something boring. The Superman emblem comes from the BVS swag bag that was released around the same time as the Batman vs Superman movie was released. It was supposed to be a permanent addition to the marketplace. Sadly, it ended up being for a limited time. It lasted for about a month on the marketplace. Let's switch to... So let's play a bit with the content here. So as you can see, I'm going to do the 410 mission. I haven't done it in a while. Basically, the last few times I grabbed the mission, I didn't complete it. I just did I just did a handful of missions here, and that was it. The best mission in the New Justice? Sure, I could try. You mean the Age of Justice DLC? Just to be sure I understand what you mean. Costas, you mean the Age of Justice DLC? Oh, because of the 10 millions? I'm not Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne has billions. 10 millions, that's nothing. Oh, sure, I could go to... Let's do that then. I'll go to the Age of Justice DLC. There's quite a few missions I didn't do. I didn't play in the Age of Justice DLC. The reason why I wanted to complete the 410 mission... let's go here. I still have a few pieces of the Fallen God gear that I didn't purchase just yet. I guess I could purchase the gloves. Or the boots. The shoulders will be next time. Let's go for the gloves. So yeah, hard to believe, but I still did not complete the Fallen God style just yet. Someday I will. The most amount of money I've had? I would say about 150 million, maybe a bit more. The reason why I never had more money than that is because I spend it almost as fast as I earn it. The only reason why I was able to raise my cash to 150 million was because there was an item that I wanted to purchase for 150 million. It probably was the cosmic material at the time. Oh, let's go to the broker, I'll show you. So I was able to raise my cash to 150 million to buy the cosmic material, and then I was lucky enough that there actually was a cosmic material on sale for about 100 million. So I was able to save off 50 million with a bit of luck. And let's see if there is a cosmic material right now. Ah, no cosmic, I'm so sad. So basically, that's pretty much how and why I raise my money. Usually, I raise my money just enough to be able to buy what I need to buy. Like right now, there isn't that much that I need to buy. There's a few collections that I would like to buy. Although I'm down to about 3 pages for. I'm down to like I have 4 pages of collections left to purchase. Obviously, if I wanted to purchase the Void Essence, I need 175 millions. There's like the jokes versus riddles that I still need a couple of collections for that. Slowly but surely I'll get them eventually. I guess I could complete the Wonderful Toys collection if I wanted to, but that would mean no more. I would have to use up pretty much all the cash I have right now. I'm not sure I want to do that just yet. The planetary checklist is a little pricey. So there's quite a few collections that I still need to purchase, or that I still want to purchase. So that's pretty much the main reason. As soon as I reach the point where I can purchase the item that I want to purchase, then I spend all my cash, and I have to start all over again. Like there's probably another Ultraman cape that I would like to purchase. So again, I would probably raise my cash, and as soon as I would have enough cash to purchase it, I would spend it all. So usually I'll raise my cash until I can purchase the item I want, but there's too many items that I want that I never, unless I need to purchase a really expensive item. Usually as soon as I reach 20, 30, 40 millions, 100 millions, I'll spend it all because I want to purchase certain things. So let's see, for the Age of Justice, there's 2 maps we can go to. There's the Area 51 and there's the War-Torn Village. Usually I go to the War-Torn Village first. There's no real secret about that. The main reason for that is that usually that's where I go to play the, I think it's the 411 mission. And also that's where the weekly bounties are. Although I haven't done the bounties in quite a while. Let's go see if there is a bounty. Oh, no bounty today. I'm so sad. So eons ago in the past, what I would do is that I would look through looking for groups, and I would see if someone is looking for bounties for the Age of Justice DLC. Sadly, nowadays, not many people actually are trying to do those bounties. And usually when people are trying to do those bounties, they're trying to do the bounties the very same day of the reset or the day after. So usually you have to do those bounties Thursday, maybe Friday, maybe during the weekend if you're lucky. But by the time you reach Monday, no one is doing those bounties anymore. So if you don't do them not long after the reset, you pretty much have to wait until next week before you can actually play those bounties. But ideally, what you want to do the solo missions any chance you get.
I'm out of ammo here. Time to take down some fashion.
And there's quite a few collections you can gather here. Sadly, by now, a lot of those collections are not worth that much. But if you get lucky enough, you could be lucky enough to get a rare collection and make a bit of money.
My weapon is jammed. I need a new one.
Sorry if I'm ignoring the chat a bit. It's still more challenging to have to look to a second screen for the chat. So I hope you guys can forgive me.
My weapon is jammed. I need a new one. I'm out of ammo here.
So as you saw, I made a new armory. Basically, I'm trying to experiment with the quantum powers a bit more. I guess I fall into the habit of always using the same quantum powers, so I'm trying to find an alternative. Usually through experimentation, you can sometimes discover new stuff. You have to be combat rating, I forget, 200, 204, I think, to enter this map. Actually, it could be even less than that. But if you cannot enter this map, it's because you don't have the combat rating. A good way to make money right now, you have to farm for valuable items. Personally, I suggest farm for collections. The reason why I suggest collections as opposed to, like, you could farm for the Ultraman cape and sell it for quite a few dollars. But the reason why I don't suggest the Ultraman cape as opposed to collections is that because with the Ultraman cape you can farm it. At first you have to be really lucky to be able to get it. So you would have to replay the mission quite a lot. As opposed to with collections, you just go around and gather collections, and sooner or later you will get lucky and sell some valuable collections. And even if you don't get lucky, you still are going to sell collections. Like whatever collections you're going to gather, you're going to be able to make some money. So if you sell like 10 collections, 10,000 each, you made 100,000. If you sell 10 collections, 100,000 each, you made $1 million. So the farming for collections, I understand that a lot of people don't really want to do that because it requires time and patience. But that's how you can make money. You have to find a place where you're comfortable farming collections, and you farm and sell those collections on a broker. I'll usually try to show. Next time I'll go to my mailbox, I'll show you all the collections that I sold. You'll get an idea of what I mean. With collections, even if you don't get valuable collections, you can still make a lot of money by the sheer amount of collections that you can sell. You're not going to sell just one collection and make a lot of money. What you're going to do is that you're going to sell hundreds of collections, and that's how you make a lot of money. It's not really a matter of mission. At this range, by the time you reach the Age of Justice, missions will not raise your CR. What raises your CR is the gear that you have. So you try to get the best gear that you can. I could have sworn I was done with that. I still need 2 tank soldiers. I'm so sad. Well, it depends. If you for the episode, if you don't mind spending $15 or $10 a month, month after month, then just become a subscriber. If for some reason spending $15 a month every month or $10 a month every month is an issue, then yeah, just purchase the episode. And the thing is, I see a lot of people who don't want to spend $10 a month to be a subscriber. They just want to purchase the episode, but then they will complain when they don't have all the same benefits that the subscribers have. I don't mind if people don't want to spend $10 a month. That's fine, it's their choice. But very often, sadly, people don't want to spend $10 a month, but they want to have everything that the subscribers have. At some point, you have to make a choice. I know it's a bit tricky to talk about that. I know a lot of people that when I talk to them about choices and about them making distinctions and stuff like that, they have no idea what I'm talking about. What mission do I get it from? You mean the Ultra Kryptonian Cape? Well, that's the ticker. For the Ultra Kryptonian Cape, you have to play an 8-player mission. And you have to play I think it's the Panopticon mission where you get it from. And not just the Panopticon mission, but you have to play the elite version of the Panopticon mission. So trying to farm for that item, yeah, you would, if you get lucky enough to get it, you would be making a lot of money. But you have to play the elite version, and you have to be really, really lucky. So so farming, an item you could farm for is the flash boots. The flash boots are usually 2-3 millions on the broker. But again, the flash boots are a rare item, so you're gonna have to run the Star Labs mission quite a lot before you can actually get the flash boots. And the same is true with pretty much any item. If you decide to farm for a rare item, hoping to sell that item on the broker, you're gonna have to farm a lot, and it'll take a while before you get even one of those items. As opposed to collections, you can farm collections forever. And again, if you don't get the rare collections that you need, you're still going to sell a lot of collections. So in order to level up your CR, let me go back here. The best way to level up your CR is not even a mission. It's this little guy over here. If you purchase the gear that this little guy is selling, that's how you're going to be able to increase your combat rating. It has nothing to do with any specific mission. It's just a matter of gathering, I forget what the actual name is. It's only a matter of gathering the amount of war bonds that you need, and then you can purchase the gear that will help you increase your combat rating. So any mission that gives you war bonds, that's what you're gonna have to play in order to be able to purchase the gear that our little friend here is selling, and that gear is what will help you increase your combat rating. And as you can see, I'm still missing one of the collections. I'm so sad. 400 war bonds. I still have a long way to go. So ideally what you want to do, you want to come here and play all the missions that those little guys are giving you. And once you're done with that, I think I might still be missing one, or am I?
Blast! Blast!
Well, I guess the combat rating to access this map is probably 186 then. So one thing that you could do is play the 411 mission here. The reason why I mentioned here, you could play it anywhere you want. But the reason why I would play it here would be for this bit of the map over here. Here you have a whole bunch of enemies that are pretty much right next to each other. That makes it a bit easier to defeat a lot of them. You have to be a bit careful. It's very, very easy to fall into the trap of pulling too many towards you. But usually those are a good way to be able to lockbox drop pretty well. I sold a whole bunch of them because at some point my inventory was full. If you don't know, you can sell those on the vendors. It doesn't give you much. It gives you like $175 or something like that. But you can sell those. And anyway, eventually they're going to disappear. Like this one is down to 13 days. I could show you the gear. The gear is the Blackhawks gear.
I'm almost in place. No one suspects of me.
So you can see the gear is item level 175. It's the Blackhawks gear. Ah. If you guys know who the Blackhawks are, I'll give you an idea of who they are. There were some World War II plane pilots, fighter plane pilots, I should say. So you can see we have the awesome cap, which will be perfect for I forget the name of the Mortal Kombat character that Raul Julia was playing. Not Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. So you can see this some sort of parachute, I suppose. Some nice big gloves. Some nice belt. Some baggy pants. And some nice boots. I probably missed oh, the shoulders. And as you can see, I didn't really purchase that gear. If you're wondering why, it's because there's a few collections that can give you some omnipotence item. So usually what I would do is that I would farm and farm and farm in order to be able to purchase those collections, in order to be able to get those omnipotence items as quickly as I could. So I did a lot of farmings early on for the Kradox ectoplasm and for the device of the Gaton. And even I don't think I have the Time Stealer stash just yet. And the Signs of a Savage Mind, as you can see, I did not purchase this one. The one I purchased early on was the device of the Gaton. That gave me the belt of the Gaton, which I think is still what I'm using. Yeah. So this is the belt that I was able to get thanks to the collections that I just showed you. And the only other omnipotence item I have is the neck piece that I just got not that long ago with the Earth 3 DLC. I probably should have made a video about that. So ideally at this point I would try to complete the 411 mission, but we can do that if we go to the other map. So let's go to Time Torn Area 51. Hello, Kyrie's. Now we cannot sell the mega capsules. We cannot sell those on the broker. In the past we could. Usually with time capsules we could sell them on the broker, but for the mega capsules they made it so that you cannot sell them on the broker. The reason why, I'm not sure. I guess they want to make sure that if you benefit from the mega capsule, you have to open them. You have to use stabilizers. But the truth is, I don't really know. As you can see, you can sell the Resurgence mega capsule for $175. It's not that much, but at the end of the day, each Resurgence capsule costs like 7 stabilizers to open. So it could get expensive really fast. So I strongly doubt that anyone would open them all. Like I wouldn't open them all. And in the past, even with time capsules, I wouldn't open them all. Which is why I've accumulated a few hundred time capsules in my shared bank. So again, here ideally you grab the missions here.
Of our troops from both back in my heyday and even more from right now. They're all
the technology at our disposal may seem like science fiction, but you can bet the farm that it's science fact. I just need your help retreating.
I specialize in cleaning up messes that others cannot. This is one of the biggest I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot. In order to get this under control, I need the best assets I can find. I hope you're up to my
the merit of the tokens of merit, you just have to consume them, and it'll give you a feat. I forget what the actual feat is. Oh, there it is. So you have a feat to add 1 token, 10 token, 25 tokens, and it's like that until you reach 30,000. 30,000 seems to be the last of the feat for the tokens of merit. So once you reach 30,000, there's nothing left to do with those tokens. You can just destroy them. Or just consume them, it won't matter. I thought I heard something. This is a hero. I was going to say an evil hero, but just a hero. Like this is my multiverse character, which is a hero. I have a dark multiverse character, which is an evil villain, but for the multiverse, it's a hero. As you can see, the evil cannon is trying to turn towards me to try and shoot me down. Let's not give him the opportunity. There's easy ways to get out of range of the cannon. You can just use your environment sometimes to try to reach the cannon. And even though I'm pretty high level compared to the map, those cannons usually they still hurt quite a bit. So you're trying not to get shot by them. So ideally, even if you're a high level, you try to stay out of range of those evil cannons.
Point the turret over here. We are stronger. Keep watch for aerial bombardment.
Yeah, I do have my league.
I will tear you apart.
I'll show you my league quickly. So here, this is pretty much all the people in the league right now. A lot of those are my characters, but there's quite a few characters that are new players. Basically, I created this league with a handful of my friends. They had started playing DC Universe Online pretty much all at the same time. So when they started playing DC Universe Online, I created what is now my Dark Multiverse character to be able to play with them. And we created a Villain League, and then later on we created a Hero League. And sadly, most of them... I'm not sure what just happened. Sadly, most of them pretty much gave up on DC Universe Online. But since then, a few of you guys have been asking to join the league. So I've invited a few of you guys whenever you were asking. Terra, you mean Terra Online? I tried Terra Online when it was first released. I wouldn't play that game. It was fine enough. But if you give me a choice between DC Universe Online and Terra Online, Terra Online is no match. Sure, Ayala, if you want to join, just send me a message and I'll invite you. You have to be logged in at the same time as my character, so we have to be both logged in. And if you send me a message asking me to invite you, I'll invite you right away, and you'll be in the league if you want to. So if you want to be in the league, just log in right now, and I'll send me a message, and I'll invite you. There's a Paradox Reaper mission that we can play daily. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Too many paradoxes. Oh, there it is. There's a paradox mission you can play daily. Sadly, you need a group for that, and usually there's not many people. Again, if you do, there's not many people anymore who want to play that mission. Oh. Well, let's try that. Sadly, for the Paradox, you have to be a group. You don't have to be a full group, depending on who you have in your group, but you do require some sort of group. I guess if you're playing a tank, and depending on which tank you're playing, you could probably solo the bounty, although I haven't tried personally. I would have to test it out at some point. It's been a while since I was here, so there we go.
Those fascist pigs need more punching.
Enemy spotted.
It's sad if you lost your account, Joe. Sadly, it happens. So let's see our friend just sleeping. I guess we're going to need a few extra people. Unless our friend Joe is a tank, which doesn't seem to be. Oh. So as you can see, our friend General Powers is probably a tank, which is probably why he thought he could solo the Paradox Tyrant by himself. So that's one way sometimes to be able to do the bounties. If you see that someone else is trying to solo the bounty, and you can join them, why not? And yes, I'm spamming powers all too much. I guess we lost our evil tank friend. Or maybe he just wasn't a tank to begin with. That happens. So ideally I should alternate between powers and weapons a bit. Like I should cast all my buffs, my power regen, and then attack with weapons a bit to regen my own power. And then rinse and repeat. Let's give a thumbs up to everyone because they deserved it.
We should avoid any detail that takes us out of that direction.
Yeah, at combat rating 85, trying to do a raid is usually a bit challenging. Because at combat rating 85, you're trying to do tier 5 raids, which are usually a little too challenging for most players, sadly.
Thank you for the assist. Time to get back out there.
Well, the idea is not to grind for 7 stabilizers. The idea is for you to purchase stabilizers. That's the whole point of the mega capsules. Yes, technically you can earn some mega capsules for free, playing the stabilizer mission or the stabilizer event, I should say. But that's not the real goal. Yes, they give you access to the mega capsule a bit for free, but the idea is for you to actually purchase them. They were added to the game to bring in more money to the game. They were not brought into the game just to give stuff for free. If you did like some of us, like basically I opened a couple of capsules, but I had ahead of time I had saved up my stabilizers, so that's why I was able to open a few mega capsules for free.
See you out further on the field.
So there's nothing. Usually, there's nothing preventing you from thinking ahead of time. If you want to be able to open a whole bunch of time capsules for free, well, save up your stabilizers ahead of time. Like at some point, I opened all the paradox time capsules that I wanted to open. At some point, usually I open a certain amount of time capsules, and then I'll purchase whatever else I need from the broker. So I bought my bunch of time capsules, and then I started playing the broker game to be able to purchase whatever else I was still missing. And then after that, I wasn't using my stabilizers. I was saving them. At the time, I was saving them for the next time capsules, which will be April 18th, if I recall correctly.
I hear you made quick work out of those savage soldiers.
So at the time, I was saving my time capsules for that. But then, of course, we got the mega capsules, which made me spend the time capsules I had saved up. But I should be able to save up at least a few time capsules. No, there's nothing worth it. But I should be able to save up a few time capsules for the next time capsules still. But usually I do I do a mixture of buying stabilizers and opening some free time capsules. There's no reason why we cannot do a bit of both. But if all you really want to do is open free time capsules, then make sure that you start earning free stabilizers, and make sure you start earning them ahead of time. Like, don't wait for the next time capsules to be released. Start earning your free stabilizers right now, and in 3 weeks, when the new time capsules is released, you're going to have quite a few stabilizers in bank already. Like, you're allowed to plan ahead of time. I'm not sure why that. Yeah, no, I understand why that has to be explained, but there's nothing stopping you from getting free stabilizers ahead of time. Like, don't wait until you actually need them. Start gathering them ahead of time. Oh, okay. Ayala, can you send a message to my character, or tell me what is the name of your character? Either way works fine. Depending on what you prefer. Maybe you don't want people to, I don't know, see the name of your character in chat for reasons. So either send a message to my character so that I can invite you, or let me know the name of your character. Sure, Joe. We could play duos if you need to. You're stuck at 14 raids? Well, that's quite a bit. Sure, Kyrie's, we could play a bit after. So, Ayala, send me a message and I will invite you to the league. Oh, let me switch to... So as you can see, I'm using one of the new auras. This is the enigmatic aura. Evil Dr. Fate making us wait like that. Can you believe it?
I am sorry. Brainiac's interference is too late.
No, these are the Bloodbath wing. It's a style you can get. It's a PvP villain style that you can get. And as a hero, sadly, the only way you can get those wings is in Prometheum log boxes. But the odds of getting them in Prometheum log boxes are very, very slim. So you have to be really, really lucky, or you have to be like me. I have like 1 billion characters. So whenever a character gets a style that I need, I'll try to give it to the appropriate character. The avatar of Sin Wings are not unlike the large Hawk Wings, but with some visual effects, like some fire, colorful visual effects added to it.
Great Hera! What is this?
The Shadow Keeper, created by the realm itself in response to Brainiac's incursion. But he has taken control of it.
Then we have no choice. We must put our differences aside and stop his advance for the greater good.
For the greater good.
If you guys are wondering, yes, I am holding back. I want to allow our friend Winyan to have a bit of fun as well.
There is no choice.
So usually I try not to one-shot everything, even if I could.
Yes. May this alliance be the first of many more. Victory is ours.
Yala, I'm still waiting for you to send me a message or something so that I can invite you.
Like your destruction, Wonder Woman.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
Aw, the same thing twice. I'm so sad.
I know your face, and I know your days are numbered!
a warrior I am proud to have at my side. I will open a portal home for you and restore this realm's connection to magic.
Well, let's put it like that. Oh, I forgot to bow to our friend Winyan. I'm so sad. I'm sure we'll play another mission.
Well, this is bad. This is the Hall of Doom. And I cannot lock onto any sort of coordinates thanks to Calculator's coding. From that trail of fire, Superman is here. And it's up to you to get him out. Good luck!
Calculator to Hall of Doom. Justice League incursion in the tech wing. Yes, they found us, and they were dumb enough to teleport in. Metallo, secure the area. Reallocate the security robots. And someone put these fires out.
What's the hurry, hero? You're just gonna die here anyway. I got my motor revving, and I'm ready to rumble!
Metallo is down. Repeat, Metallo is down. Station alert. Right. Savannah, you and I will have a word about your freaking useless security bots.
So brave to come all alone. But that won't save you from me. I've slashed Wonder Woman with these claws.
Yeah, it drops every single time capsules. Basically, what you do is that you pay $7 for 9 time capsules, and you get also a Powers Aura. So technically, you get 2 time capsules for free, and you do get the Aura for $7.
More security bots coming in.
But yeah, you do get every single time capsules. There was 9 time capsules released so far, so you get one of each time capsules whenever you open a mega capsule. So I assume for $20 you probably opened 2, maybe 3 capsules if you had some sort of discount. So you were able to get 3 of each capsules, and of course 3 auras. I hope you were lucky for the auras.
Oh man, I've read about you online. Let's see if your powers can beat what the exabytes gave me.
So I guess the mega capsules were probably a good deal for people who did not purchase any time capsules before. It sort of allowed you to catch up a bit, maybe.
Comfortable in your
But depending on what you were looking for,
Good. I'd hate to think you were enjoying hearing that I, Lex Luthor, will now take my rightful place as the ultimate savior of this planet. Once I crack the secrets of the exobytes, I will defeat
shift.
Oh, look. The cavalry has arrived, such as it is. This will be quick.
Okay, I will send you the invite right now, shift.
How dare you intrude my moment of triumph?
Ah, Luther cheats. He has a force field.
When you learn fighting for the wrong side.
And I even gave you a promotion shift. Because I'm nice like that.
Command override. Maximum power suit sequence active. Command override. Maximum power suit sequence activate. No. Your power. Too much for me. How? I am Lex Luthor.
Yes, take that, calculator.
Oh, yes.
Back online for the moment. Oh no, get Superman out of that kryptonite
Poor Luthor.
cage. I'll teleport you both to the watchtower.
you'd be the one to take down
When you
Luthor.
get there, let
He's been
Supergirl
trying
know
to crack the
Superman's alive.
Kryptonian DNA
She's been
code.
wringing my ear
But
off
in the
this
end,
entire
he always
time.
falls back on kryptonite. The one thing I just can't fight. You're a true hero. And a true friend. Now I need to get out of here and recharge. Leave here quickly, and we'll speak again soon.
Sorry, I have a few things I didn't do before. Oh well. If you're wondering why I break the barrel, it could be our friend Winyan still needs the barrel feet. You're welcome, Ayala. You should be able to enjoy the legal. I have quite a few. We have quite a few things in the legal. I'm not sure if I have activated any of the bonuses. Usually, I try to purchase extra bank space so that we have some place to put a whole bunch of stuff. But sometimes, once in a while, I will actually purchase some of the bonuses. So I'll try to alternate between bonuses and bank space. So let's see what else our friend might need. Oh. What's your name, Kyrie's? We're going to do one last duo, and I'll invite you after. The Avengers, yeah, it hopefully should be exciting. I'm a bit terrified. Well, let's say that. Basically, I didn't enjoy Thor Ragnarok that much. There were a few nice bits here and there, but overall, the whole they're trying way too hard to go out of their way to be jokey, and that terrifies me a bit. I'm terrified that they're going to do the same thing with Avengers. I'm terrified that they're going to be going from one joke to the next.
It's Batman. My makeshift.
So I'm terrified that they're going to make another Thor Ragnarok out of the Avengers.
You need to hack 3 separate terminals to gain access to and destroy the mainframe.
Okay, Kyrie's, after this mission, I will invite you. And we should be able to play a 4-player mission. The thing is, our friend Winyan is only limited to like tier 4, or so it seems. So we're gonna have to play a low level mission. Oh, sure, we could invite Ayala if she wants to. Or is it a he? I'm terrible with names. It's a he? Okay.
Good. I'm opening the door to Docking Bay Alpha. I suggest you clear the landing bay of Brainiac forces before you go any further.
I could have sworn there was more enemies. What up, Purple? I'm doing alright. Doing a few missions with our new friend Wunyan. And we'll try to play some group missions in a bit.
So expect incoming.
thought you might like it. Trying to add cool stuff to the league all whenever I can. Although for a while I've been like there were times when I was farming for stuff for the league hall. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff from Apocalypse that I farmed on the broker. Like in January I farmed for a whole bunch of Brainiac related stuff. Or some exobyte related stuff. But right now, I'm for a bit I've been farming for new styles for my character, so I haven't been farming for collections for base items all that much. But I'll get back to farming for base items when I get the chance. It has everything, even the kitchen sink, I think.
I'll see if I can shut the alert down from here.
Okay, maybe not the kitchen sink, but it does have a toilet. Probably should try to get a more decent toilet. That will come with time.
Keep using those turrets until I'm through.
Nope. Let's heal our friend a bit.
Bay doors are open. They lead to the central core. You'll need to shut down the mainframe to purge the information.
The statues are fine. I wish we could have armories instead. Like instead of having statues of our characters that are chosen according to certain criteria, I wish we had armories instead. Like if each league member could put an armory of his character, I would prefer that to the statue system they have right now. But the statue system is what we have, so
New objective. Terminate flawed organic prototype of this unit. Searching. Location found.
the evil robot Batman.
Terminate flawed organic prototype of this unit. Searching. Location found.
The Core's data purge created a robot using my information, and it seems it knows where to find me. Quickly, follow it. We must destroy it as quickly as possible.
I wish we had access to this base more often.
Brainiac is trying to destroy the source of its data. It knows how to breach the Batcave defenses. You have to shut that thing down.
This should have been the League Hall if your mentor is Batman or something.
We can't let Brainiac
Or the hall, instead of having the Watchtower in the Hall of Doom, like if your mentor is Batman, this should have been your Watchtower. Maybe?
Advanced Batman melee techniques processed. Initiating combat stage 2.
Use the Batcave computers and enable security.
Yeah, you should have access to the bank. There's maybe one part of the bank that you don't have access to, but you should have access to most of the bank.
Use the computer now.
There's no rules concerning the bank. I assume if people put stuff in the bank, it's because they want to be able to share it with other players. So if there's something you really need, I would say don't clear out all the banks if you can avoid it. But sure, if there's something you need, I suspect why not.
Concern for humanity. Discarding data. Data deleted.
These bonds are linked to my body chemistry. Nothing in my belt will undo them. I have to ask you to help.
You saved my life, and the secrets of the Batcave. Thank you. Now I need to send out an electronic pulse to wipe out any remaining Brainiac link that would allow him to find this place. Oracle will teleport you out.
Sure, Ayala. Basically, people are putting stuff there for people who needs it, I suppose. So let's see.
Just imagine the weapons we can power with this fuel.
I'm going to invite you, Elia. If you want to say yes, you don't have to, though. Ooh, Kyrie is level 7. I forgot you were... that's going to be problematic. We won't be able to play... we won't be able to play any mission. I'm so sad. Sorry, Kyrie. We won't be able to play missions if your character is so low level. This is the US server. The PlayStation 4 PC US server.
With this success rate, maybe Special Agent Anderson will finally write something good in my files.
So I thought with 4 players we could have access to a certain mission automatically. I guess not. Ah, an evil Red Lantern. So I guess we're not going to be able to really play missions today then. So for those who were wondering earlier how to make money in this Universe Online, it's quite simple. As you can see right now, this is all the items that I sold on the broker. And as you can see, I sold a lot and a lot and a lot of items. And that is how I was able to raise my cash right now to 10 millions. Actually, I raised it to more than that. But as I mentioned quite a bit earlier, as soon as I raise my cash, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I need to purchase. So I spend it pretty much as fast as I end up earning it. So again, it may not seem like much. If I sell like a used force field generator for 20,000, yeah, 20,000 is not that much money. But if I sell 10 20, 100 of those, then I made a lot of money. And that's how you make money in this universe online. You don't expect to be able to sell one items and become a billionaire right away. You have to understand that in order to have a lot of money, you have to sell a lot of items, which is why usually I prefer to go for collections as opposed to trying to farm for rare items, because rare items, yeah, you can get lucky and get one of those rare items, but you cannot trying to sell 100 Ultraman cape. That's not gonna happen. As opposed to selling collections, you can sell hundreds and hundreds of collections if you need to.
Enough. When the claws of the demon fall, death can be delayed for a short time. How did you enter here, Infidel? I am Rachel Ghul, and this temple is not visible on any map. And you arrive just as my rite begins to flood the earth and leave only the worthy alive. But no matter. You shall never see this paradise. Despair and die.
So hopefully people will know what to do. Ah. So here we have the evil Serpent Claw, who can poison us if we're not careful.
Intruders! Students of death! Protect the sacred temple! First line of assault! Attack!
Joe, I did see your comment. We can try the chasm if we can. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get a group to do it today, but we can try to curve for it and see what happens. Yeah, it's nice to see our friend King waiting for everyone. You'd be surprised how often people don't wait for the group. So when that happens, it's always nice to see. And we got the little box.
confront the League of Assassins survive. Just beyond here, my father begins his right to drown the Earth in death. I cannot oppose him openly. Act as my blade and stop his madness.
Sure, Fortnite. Oh.
The fire of death ignites. Soon the waters of purity will rise to burn away the taint of this
Hello.
polluted planet. Rise from the waters, claws of the
How many
demon.
skill points? I have about. Oh, wrong place.
Fire of death.
I have about. Let's see, 252. Sure, Joe. If we get someone else, we could play a 4-player mission.
Swat in the air all you want.
If you're wondering why I'm not attacking, I don't want to glitch our friend Rachel Ghoul.
You'll never get the best of me. You begin to earn my respect.
If we kill Rachel Ghoul too quickly,
You oppose me, who only wishes the best of humanity to prevail. But you cannot prevent
78, that's fine, Fortnite.
for the final
Especially with the missions we're going to be playing, skill point won't really matter.
No! The water of purity. It fights the Lazarus effects within me. It seeks to destroy its own master. You shall be purged from this earth.
Let's go for the container. And let's give a bow to everyone. Let's give a thumbs up. So Fortnite, let me know what's the name of your character, and I will invite you to the group. Bolt Rapid. I assume it's spelled the way you did. Oh yeah. So with 4 players, we should be able to enter any 4 players right away, but let's see if we can play the Expert Chasm as well. And sadly, for 4 players, we're going to be limited to missions that people have the DLC for. Like for Coast City, sadly our friend Shift doesn't own the episode. So I've selected a couple of missions. I guess we'll see which missions people want to play or not. Here we have our friend Bolt Rapid. As you can see, he's using quite a few pieces of the Shimtar gear. I guess I'll follow Joe's lead and I'll go to the little boy restroom. I'll be right back.
Finally, someone who can clean up this mess. Batman's already gone in. Batman in the...
Good, you're here. Something is not right. Not only is the Joker not part of this rebellion, but the asylum seems... stranger than usual. Almost as if it's possessed. I'm depending on you to take down the Scarecrow, Poison Ivy, and Mr. Freeze, while I find out who's really behind this takeover. Robin is inside. Speak to him first.
Our friend Winai's loot lock, but only for the weekly rewards. At some point they added weekly rewards to most of the missions. So you could still play you can still play the mission daily, but there is a reward that you will only get once a week. Which is why sometimes I had friends who had the same issue. Like we would try to cure for a mission, and they would say that, oh, I cannot play the mission, I'm loot locked. And I had to keep on explaining that they were loot locked for the weekly mission, but not for the daily mission. Do you get premium membership for PS Plus? No, we don't. Premium membership and PS Plus has nothing to do with each other. In order to get premium membership, all you have to do is you have to spend $5 in DC Universe Online. So go to the marketplace and purchase anything that is worth $10 or more, and you will be a premium player. As soon as you've purchased $5 in DC Universe Online, you are a premium player. But that doesn't apply. Whatever you pay for PS Plus doesn't count for that. It's been a while since I've been here, strangely enough. It's nice sometimes to come back to older map we haven't seen in a long time. Oh, I'm full. Yeah, when you gather too much crap, that's what happens. So let's see, what can I get rid of? Oh, this. Ah, sorry guys, I had some house cleaning to do, sort of. Oh, we lost our friend Winna. You get, I know you get the green aura with the premium, the PlayStation Plus thingy. I don't remember if you get the green ring. It could be. I know I made a video about that, but it's been a while and I made a lot of videos, so I forget a bit exactly what's included. But if you look at the video I made about the PlayStation Plus starter pack, you should be able to see what you get for that. But getting the PlayStation Plus starter pack doesn't make you premium in this Universe Online. I think you're still free-to-play player, even if you have the Premium Plus starter pack. Oh, no problem. Flash Kid. I wish I could help you more, but it's been a while since I made the video about that, so I forget a bit what's actually included. Oh no, I'm trapped. And also the green aura you get from the PlayStation Plus starter pack, it's for all your characters. Like every single character on your account will have access to that aura. So whenever you're going to go into the redeem tab on the marketplace, you should be able to redeem the aura for all your characters, which is a nice thing. Basically, it acts the same as if you had actually purchased the aura.
When they told me it was bad here, I didn't believe them.
Which was a nice surprise. I expected it to be only for one character. But usually that's how it works with the auras anyway. When we purchase an aura, you purchase it for every single character on your account. And it's usually how it works for most items on the marketplace. Although, as time went by, they added more and more stuff that you had to purchase for every single characters.
This boiler room pipes heat to the entire asylum. It's a simple matter to bring the next ice age instead.
So as you can see, there's 3 furnace that you have to activate to try and defeat our friend Mr. Freeze. So you can see even high level, he's pretty tough. You still have to use the mechanics in order to be able to defeat him, even if you overgear the content by quite a lot.
Enough. I must find the others. There are bigger plans in motion.
Oh, I got the pack. I guess I can sell it on the broker. Been a while though. I have no idea how much it is, how expensive it can be or not.
With one down, maybe the other two will talk. In the meantime, I've found Dr. Jeremiah Arkham's therapy log. He was the main therapist for Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, and Mr. Freeze, and possibly their first victim. I'm going to see if I can find him alive. Check back shortly.
The poison ivy bit is always a bit annoying. The reason for that is that there's those evil plants that grab you and drags you all over the place. But technically we should be fine.
She's in every pore.
And even when you're high level, you can still be grabbed and dragged by the plants. There's a few things that should help you minimize the risks, but it doesn't seem to work. Or at least it doesn't. You never really get immune from that kind of stuff. Sometimes you'll see that you can resist a bit, but more often than not, you still get affected by that kind of stuff, like that. And sadly, no matter what combat training you are, you always seem to... Oh, so we lost our friend Winyan again. Not sure if anyone needs those, but usually I assume that they do. Like there's a few plants, as you saw, we have to defeat in order to gain to open the door, sort of. But there's also a few plant creatures that that are part of a side quest. I never know if people actually have the side quest or not. Here it's probably the worst part. I lost I can see. There we go. There's a whole bunch of foliage. You get pulled either to the left or to the right. If you get too close to a wall or too close to the ceiling, you don't see anything. It's a nightmare. A nightmare, I said. But we should be fine. So as you saw, there were those two guys still running after us. That happens quite often. Often people will pull enemies and then don't realize that. So sometimes you're fighting enemies and then you have a whole bunch of other enemies that come from you don't know where, and then you realize that someone ended up pulling a whole bunch of enemies. So usually I try to get rid of those before they can become a problem. For me in Bolt Rapid, that probably wouldn't be an issue, but for our friend Winyan and Shift, if we have too many enemies, that could be a problem for them. There's Winyan. I was wondering where he was. I guess, are we done? We're done, it seems. Overall, it's a really nice map they did. I guess we're all here.
I'm tired of getting my hands dirty. Plants, awaken!
I don't think we ever were able to destroy them all. But let's see how many we can get. Nah. Sadly, ideally, we need... I think we pretty much need the whole group in order to be able to destroy them all. And even then, it's not even a guarantee. Also, you may notice I'm usually trying to hold back a bit because it's very easy, especially in early level missions, to glitch the boss. Like if we defeat the boss too quickly, we could end up glitching it. Well, let's go for the staff. So usually I try to pull back a bit, and especially at the combat rating we're at right now. We can take an extra 20, 30 seconds to defeat the boss. There's no rush.
I did find the director of maximum security cowering in a closet. He insists that the asylum is alive and let all the prisoners out. Arkham's ghosts don't typically have access to coded prison locks.
And for the Scarecrow, we have to be careful.
I'm at the maximum security lockup. No sign of forced entry. Someone deliberately retrieved all of the prisoner's equipment. Everything points to a bigger conspiracy, and still no sign of Dr. Arkham. It's like he's disappeared into the walls. Interesting.
So hopefully everyone got the message. And the thing that happens, there's certain bosses, if you kill them too quick, you end up glitching the boss. In some cases, it's not too bad. Like there are some bosses, if you glitch them, you can just die and start over again. But there are some bosses that once you glitch them, you cannot get out of combat, and you cannot just restart the mission. So ideally, you don't want to glitch bosses. Like there's Ra's al Ghul. If you glitch, let's say Ra's al Ghul, usually you can get defeated by Ra's al Ghul and restart. And I'm saying usually because sometimes you just can't. There are times where Ra's al Ghul is glitched in such a way that he cannot defeat you, and you cannot defeat him, and you end up stuck in combat forever. So ideally, when you know that there are bosses that can be glitched, you just take 30 extra seconds to defeat him. A minute if you have to. Like take your time. It's much better to take 1 more minute to defeat the boss than to have to quit the mission and not being able to complete the mission.
Hallucinations are the sign of insanity.
I was wondering where everyone was going.
to me.
So I think we're there.
Hello? I'm afraid I'm busy in a therapy session. Wait your turn.
So ideally, you don't want to defeat Scarecrow too fast. The reason for that is that there's various stages that Scarecrow has to go through during the fight, and if you kill him too rapidly, sometimes you end up skipping one of the phases, if it makes any sense, and it ends up skipping Scarecrow. Also, you can see there's a thing called the terror level. There is a feat, if you wait for him to reach 100, if Scarecrow reaches 100 of terror level, he becomes much more powerful. So there is a feat, there's actually a few feat about that. There's one feat, if you let him reach terror level 100 and defeat him. There's also a feat if you defeat him before. So there's a few feat that are somewhat linked to that.
Promise to make us stronger. Just wait.
Nothing worth it. I'm so sad.
This is Batman. I know who the ghost is at Arkham. Now we need to find a way to stop it. I'm with Robin in the lobby. Come.
I'm alive. You saved me.
That deserves a thumbs up. We did not glitch her or glitch him.
I'm getting out of here.
It was an ambush. All three of them.
Just playing a little 4-player mission. That will probably be the last mission for today. We've been streaming for a while. I lost count a bit. Oh, we lost a Bolt Rapid. I'm so sad. Nah, we don't need to reopen. Pretty sure the three of us can do it. Hello, Callum, by the way. So we're just playing a few group missions. And I will probably make a few videos. I have a few videos about some of the new auras. I have, just for the Fire Aura alone, I have at least 2, maybe 3 videos that I'm planning to make. The Fire Aura looks really, really sweet. If you're using the firepower, I'm very happy for you because you guys have an awesome aura right now.
Look,
my day was good.
has driven these poor fools mad. They think they can win this fight.
Good! I
But it was good. We were able to play at least a few missions. We played a few duo. We played a few duo earlier. Then we were able to get a group to play some 4-player missions. For the Sinistro aura, yeah, it's a nice yellow aura. Personally, I prefer to use the Ember Mist aura, but I can see how someone would prefer the Sinistro aura.
No, my Nora. The doctor promised, and I have failed.
Good timing. Between the three of them, that was a close call. Dr. Arkham has twisted their minds. He's literally taken over the asylum, becoming a voice for all its insanity. Now he's hiding deep within its corridors. This is just the beginning of the madness at Arkham.
Let's see what's in the box. Oh. Yeah, I understand. Well, the gold one was still a nice aura for a Sinistro lantern. And the Sinistro lanterns were lucky enough to be able to get an aura long before any other lanterns, or at least any Green Lanterns, I should say. So I'm going to take a last look at how much the auras are right now. With a bit of luck, I might purchase one or two. We'll see. And you can see the fire aura, how awesome it is. Oh, wrong place. Too fast, too fast. Oh, you're welcome, Joe. And the good thing, Callum, for the yellow aura is that it's pretty inexpensive, so you should be able to purchase it easily for your character, or even better, if you need it for multiple characters. There's quite a few yellow auras that works fine. Like the filament aura it's actually quite a nice looking one. Almost there. Oh, there we are. 3, 2, 2.2. So it's not that expensive, and it's a pretty cool looking aura. To gain CR fast, there's no miracle. You have to upgrade your gear. There's a few places where you can. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with some of the chat I missed. Well, for a nice Sinestro aura, the one that I used to enjoy using, the golden aura was more than fine. Personally, the one I really enjoyed using for quite a bit was the Ember Mist aura. It Although the Ember Mist aura works really well for quite a few characters, but for a Sinestro, I thought it was a really nice looking aura. As for being able to go up in combat rating quick, it depends what combat rating your character is. Uh, Early on, there's a few missions that can help you speed up the process a little bit. Like there's the Gotham University warehouse, and once you reach that point, if you play just that mission a few times, that mission alone gives you like four or five drops. So if you play that mission for 1 day, 2 days, or you replay it once or twice, that should be able to propel you to tier 3 pretty quickly. Once you reach tier 3, a mission that kind of helps you is the Shady Nightclub mission. If you can play the Shady Nightclub mission, again, you get 4 or 5 pieces of gear right there. So that should be able to help you go up pretty quickly. Once you reach tier 4, the 3 tier 4 duos are a great way to be able to raise your combat rating. But pretty much any tier 4 mission should do fine. Like the Wayward Soul or Inner Sanctum. Well, the Wayward Soul is probably one that could help you quite a bit. The Inner Sanctum, I'm a bit iffy about that one. What else can you play at tier 4? Again, tier 4, pretty much any of the tier 4 missions is fine. So if you play any tier 4 8-player missions, that should help you gain some gear to go up a bit faster. Once you reach tier 5, you hit a bit of a speed bump. Tier 5 goes from combat rating 83, 84, all the way to combat rating 100. So once you reach tier 5, there's no miracle. You have to purchase at least half of the Green Lantern gear. And you have to get at least the rest of your gear has to be combat rating 85 or something like that. So you need at the very least half Green Lantern gear that is combat rating 90, and half of the gear has to be combat rating 95. So you have to grind and grind and grind for marks of victory once you reach tier 5. And you have to grind for gear as well. So tier 5 is a bit tricky, especially considering that at tier 5 there's 2 raids that are pretty difficult to do at that point. Like the Paradox Wave and Nexus of Reality, when you play those missions in a random group, and when you play those missions with a group that is barely at the level of playing those missions, you're going to have a few nightmares. But there are a few other missions, like I remember the Trigon's Prison usually is not that difficult. The same with the Family Reunion and Brothers in Arms. But tier 5 is a bit of a speed bump. Going from tier 4 to tier 5 is quickly enough, but going to tier 5 to tier 6, that will take quite a while. Deluge is I think it's Friday, so it should be the 29th. So and after tier 5, once you reach tier 6, there's a few plateau in tier 6. In tier 6, most of the missions are not that difficult, or shouldn't be. Like Necropolis, Legal Lockdown, Artifacts from the Past, those should be simple enough. The Labyrinth, I hate that one. But at tier 6, there's quite a few missions that should help you progress a bit. And also there's quite a few duos that you can play at tier 6. Like the tier 6 duo are easy enough to do. For the 4-player missions, tier 6 is fine. Although there's Acts of Defiance, you don't want to play that mission with random players. So you can play any of the tier 6 4-player missions to help you progress a bit. And also, one of the best missions at tier 6 is the Patrol Catastrophe. Once you reach combat rating 105, if you play the Patrol Catastrophe, that should help you progress a bit faster. Once you reach tier 7, again, there's no real miracle. You play whatever missions you can to try to increase your gear. For the 8-player missions at tier Yeah, there's a few of those that are a little bit challenging. So there's a few of those that you may wait until you can actually overgear them a bit. But usually the tier 2 missions, you should the 2-player missions, you should be able to play those fines. Some of those missions, like the Flash Museum, will be a bit challenging if you're stuck with a player that's combat rating 113. Probably the same with the Corrupted Zamoran, but you should be able to, if you overgear the missions at least a bit, you should be able to do those even with a not so good player. I should say. And for tier 8, there's no miracle there either. You play whatever mission you can to. There's no real shortcut that you can play. You try to play as many of those missions as you can, and hope to get some good gear, or you have to purchase some gear in order to be able to progress. Ideally, you want to purchase the vendor gear. If I've ever seen iconic villains, absolutely. I have quite a few myself. Before we log out, let's do that. Like, I have a few iconic villains, and from time to time I do see some. It depends, I guess, a bit on the server. If you play on the PvE server, you should see plenty of evil villains, of iconic evil villains. But if you play on the PvP server, PvP server, I guess, see themselves a bit more elitist, and those players usually have a tendency to want to play their own character as opposed to playing an iconic. But you can recreate a pretty awesome version of Darkseid, as you can see. I'm toying with the idea of having an evil Dark Phoenix. The emblem, the Raven emblem would be perfect for that character, so I'm very tempted with making that character. I have a somewhat Joker inspired, but it doesn't really look like the Joker. There's the evil Black Lantern Batman. I've made a Brainiac type character, but it doesn't really look like Brainiac. There's a Harley Quinn. I'm not done customizing my Harley Quinn, but she's getting there slowly but surely. There's the evil Superboy Prime, of course. There's Ultraman, again the evil Ultraman. And there is, who else? I guess I need more villains. There's the evil Kid Zoom. He's a mixture of Reverse Flash and Zoom. And the Black Flash, I suppose. The evil Owlman. That's my Yellow Lantern Batman. As you can see with the Ember Misted Aura. And there's the evil Ocean Master, which is also Black Manta. I have like an Ocean Master armory and a Black Manta armory. But yeah, from time to time, let's log in with our evil Ocean Master, and we'll do a quick trip to the Hall of Doom and see if there's actual iconic villains. As you can see, I have doesn't look like Ocean Master yet, but I'll get there someday. And there is, again, doesn't look like Black Manta, but I'll get there. There's a Black Manta set of gear that we can get at Tier 5. And a little bird is telling me that with the Deluge DLC, we will get, or either the Deluge DLC or the time capsules that will be released for the Deluge DLC, we should get an evil Black Manta set of gear. I guess iconics are a little more challenging to find on this side. You can see an evil Batman type, or here we have a mixture of Batman Beyond and a sort of Black Flash type character. Something that kind of looks like a cross between Emma Frost and Killer Frost. But at the end of the day, also, there's only so many styles that we have in this universe online. And some styles are much more popular than others. But I guess I would have to agree with you. There's not, oh well, a little bit. There's not as many iconic, I guess, on this side than on the hero side. But we do see some from time to time. I went past a lot of things. The Aquaman Enhanced Emblem was given to us last summer. When there was the countdown to water power, there were a whole bunch of gifts that we got. And one of those gifts was the Aquaman emblem and the enhanced version of the Aquaman emblem. Sadly, you had to log in during the countdown to water power, and you had to log in for a specific time or in order to be able to get the emblem. But from what I understand, once you actually got the emblem, now that I have the emblem, any character that I create, I can give them the Aquaman emblem. But obviously, if you don't have the emblem already, you cannot get it anymore. The same with the aura. This is the, I forget the actual name. This is the Seafoam aura. So again, the Seafoam aura, the Aquaman emblem, and a few other things were gifts that we got during the countdown to water power. And they were much appreciated. They were really nice gifts. Sorry to disappoint you, Callum. I didn't mean to do that. So that's pretty much going to be it for now, guys, I think. Unless we take one more look at some of the characters over here. So I guess there's not as many iconics here as on the hero side. I could have sworn on the hero side there's a lot more iconic looking characters. Could be that maybe more casual players are playing on the hero side, and that might be why. And you can see what some people manage to do, even using, like this guy uses a mixture of the Red Death set of gear with a whole bunch of other stuff. And he ended up looking a little bit different than our friend the Red Death. Here we have an Egyptian inspired type of character, which looks kind of cool. Oh, speaking of iconic, we have an evil Superman from the Justice Lord. That deserves a thumbs up, even if he's away. And of course, we have a Batman with the liquid material. I really don't like that material, so I don't think I will ever purchase it. So, but you never know. Maybe at some point I'll come up with a character idea, and I will have to create that character. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So again, here we have a nice Justice Lord Superman. Not sure why he doesn't have a belt. Oh well. So enough stalling around. I guess that's going to be it for today, guys. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.